Greetings, fellow ranchers. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, episode 55, Pigpen. At the start of this stream, I am going to be continuing the pork ranch that you all voted on last stream. So the purpose of the pork ranch is that sometimes we can't rely on hunting for an effective protein source. And building a ranch for the piggies, or the boars I should call them, so that we can have a more reliable protein source once we have enough boars tamed and breeding, seemed like a very good idea. So we have the structure in the works here, and we're just waiting on it to be completed. I think while we work on that, I am planning on working towards the influence of the last Western Republic senator. Meaning adding marble at least to the floors, and getting this ready for the last senator that we have yet to influence, which would be, oh great, they all don't have bodies, except for Seraphina, who was the only one that didn't have a body last time. This is getting weird. But except for Jespus here. He's the last senator of the Western Republic that we need to influence, and then we're off to build a new villa. X-Gamer and Venerich, thank you for the resubs, and welcome. Cheers. Where they be headed? Nah, it's just like mod bugs. Alright, we have a lot of meat in our freezer. I was about to start hunting, but then I realized, yeah, there's no point in that. We're good. And it is late in fall, but it's pretty cold. I just wanted to check the habitability or the temperature, and it looks fine. Yep. There's really no cold spots in any living quarters. Even for the slaves. Because we're just nice. Just so nice. You think they don't have bodies because they're in bed? Well, let's check that theory. None of them are in bed now. And you're right. That's a very funny bug to have. But Azarun, you are perceptive, sir. So this is where the boars are going to be bred for pork. Getting it together now. Oh, these shelves should not be. Copy settings. There we go. They're not for like silver and, I mean, it's not like our pigs are going to eat silver, right? So they're exclusively for hay. Oh, that's slaughter. Cut plants. There we go. There's like a bunch of random trees that popped up like while I was building. I hate that. I feel like when a tree is like super immature, it shouldn't take a normal amount of time to cut down. Right? Like when it's like a little sapling like this, just yoink it out. Okay. So I was saying that it's getting to get cold, and well, I wasn't lying. We just got a cold snap. So the two slaves that are assigned to the senator's quarters, is there really no work for you? Truly there is not. Okay. Taking a look, there was no... okay, we have a prison break of Garalan. They were set to be converted and then enslaved, if I recall correctly. And they're doing the thing. They're doing the thing that they're not supposed to do, which is to break out. I think what'll do is... Actually, Nabla, you're a wimp, aren't you? Yeah, you're a wimp. Branya and Foen? Go get him. Make your Western Republic senators proud and demonstrate your brawling ability. Wait, you're breaking out through a wall? Like, could you not? You're gonna have to pay for that wall, friend. With blood. Alright, come on. Oh, it's gone full wolf blood. Be careful, its claws hurt. And it's dead. Yeah, that's pretty normal. What was the killing blow? Ripped the torso apart? Well, you know, these things happen. Bit of a waste of like 1,000 silver buying that person, but you know, can't be helped. Just how it goes. So I think in here, I will also, just so that we don't lose pigs to... Is this one? Oh, no, this one's tamed. Just so that we don't lose pigs to sickness or anything like that. I think... Do they sleep in the sleeping boxes? I know it's for smaller animals. I forget what size they... Well, I'll build one and see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll give up on that idea. It looks like the barn is nearly done. And then we will migrate all of the boars from the gendered farm to the non-gendered farm so they can start breeding, so that we can start auto-slaughtering. That is eventually the plan. Now this says pen not enclosed. Oh yeah, because this door is not built yet. That's fine. So Scala, I am going to set you to unrestricted so that you can start building the floors in this next senator quarters. We're also going to want a new Devil Strand rug. And it has come to my attention that the best for the furniture workshop, I should have put a tailor bench down because we do tailor up rugs in there. So I'm going to get rid of the stone cutter and put in a tailor as it will fit more suitably. Glitch, thank you for bits. Cheers. All right, Branya and Foen. Food is here. Yeah, I think they're doing a pretty good job of taking care of the senators now. It took a while. It took a lot of like tinkering with priorities, but we're there now. So once we've made a little bit more progress towards the last... Oh. Wow. The hospitality score of the guests were so high that we are now allied. That is a hell of a stay. Imagine visiting a town and being like, oh my god, this town is so amazing. They're my besties now. And the funny part of that is I had nothing to do with that. That was like a slave that I assigned for the town to, I don't know. It didn't involve me very much, I'll put it that way. Oh, the radiator should not be made here. Yeah, right. Try that again. So what I'm doing over here is I'm building all the furniture that is eventually going to get moved in there. Because I don't want the senators to have to deal with the noise of, you know, the building. Some things can't be helped, like the flooring, but everything else, yeah. This cold snap is quite cold. Our heating grid is holding up. But we're eating a lot of, like, ruined grills as a result. Oh well. And we're getting raided. Attacking immediately. And it's 2 family members. Okay. Well, one of the... Oh, that's not good. The guests are still here. They're mostly melee with a little ranged. And we're gonna need to muster. Wait. I'm actually gonna leave that door open. So everyone's moving to the front gates. Unfortunately, the guests that we just allied are getting ganked. There's like very little I could do to help them in this case, because I can't get out there in time. Once we have a wall on the outside, we can do a better job about preventing these issues, but we don't have that yet. Actually, some of the guests have the common sense to run back in. That's smart. I didn't even realize they did that. That's awesome. Alright, I'm setting my gunners up. I shouldn't call them gunners. That would be a misnomer. Setting my ranged up to defend. And we have our lovely defenders lining up. Having Darius fall back. I wanted to close in on that ranged. Hey guests, don't leave yet. It's like kind of a bad time. And I am not going to be held responsible for what happens to you if you leave the base now. So I think that was everyone. There is 2 people that need to get proper burials. I think just the 2. It's a little tricky to tell, right? And then for you. Greedy germaphobe? Well, I could sell you. So, Darius, good job defending. Mila, you are going to go capture Rhadamant. And I don't think there's any allies that need rescue. Just a bunch of dead ones. Mayhaps I should space it out. I could always extend the fence backwards if I needed to. Make it larger. I hope to not have too many allies that die, but it's kind of an inevitability, I suppose. How is the ranch coming? So we're waiting on granite doors, and I think that's just the case of we're out of granite. So I'm going to start coring up the granite instead of coal, iron, and marble. I didn't realize we got so behind on granite. Visitors. Ah, kin of Lillipore and kin of Deus. From the Western Republic. Neat. Oh, I have something to delete with dev mode. I had contemplated turning off meteors altogether, but figured that we could chalk up most of the meteors to acts of God, of, you know, let's say Jupiter. But the Plasto ones, yeah, they have to go. Medical emergency. Serafina, what is your deal? Do you have another, like, bathroom problem? You have extreme dehydration. If I clear the link bed and say guests and colonists can allow this, I think that will fix it. This has been a problem that we ran in last stream. So in that case, Scipia, you go running in there and intervene. This is, I don't even think, like, poor management. I think it's just, like, straight up mod bug. Like, a linked bed shouldn't have, class restrictions. Scipia, where are you? Are you... Yeah, you are moving, okay. Alright. And now I'm telling her to leave. I think the emergency is over. Yep. Now, we are getting some slaves that are going to have hypothermic, especially the impid. I suppose that makes sense. That probably indicates that we need more toques. And I think what happened here is I was only making woolen toques. And then I ran out of wool. So I'm going to rename this Make Toques. And allow for cloth to be used. Just because we don't have wool left. Oh, great, you're in a daze. Yeah, that's not a smart thing to do when you have serious hypothermia, but you'll be knocked out soon, I guess. Hopefully with all your fingers and toes. Because the whole point of recruiting you is that you're fast, so if you lose toes, it defeats the purpose of you even existing in our colony. Oh, and I have a zoning problem. So that explains the burnt out torches. So the Western Villa slaves should have access to the, supply of wood here, and they hadn't. That's my fault. So I fixed that. There's so many little issues like that in this colony, because there's a lot of moving parts. Running a city is complicated. Scala, do I really want you building that? What is your 17 versus Darius's 19? Yeah, Darius is going to finish that off. It is good quality, so he has to break it down, because we're going for excellent plus. Alright, Seraphine is starving. We need to probably make more of the... So I think what the issue here is, if I was to let's see. Fine grill. No, actually I was wrong. I was going to say it's probably just due to the fact that they're getting spoiled, but that isn't actually the case. I think what's happening is the fine grills are getting spoiled due to temperature, meaning that we need to haul the fine grills out to this marble shelf instead. Because what's happening here is so many of our fine grills are getting ruined that we're stuck, like, making them over and over and over again and not getting around to the gourmet grills. Okay. That got fixed, hopefully. I don't think... Oh, you're wandering dazed. I was like, I don't think that's food that you're even allowed to consume. So we should see torches get lit soon. Bebo is now cooking up the backlog of grills that we should have had. And I'm going to have Branya come wake up in the middle of the night and go haul them. They ought to be hauled. This is weird. Right-clicking and they're not doing the thing. Alright, so the grills being stored in a heated room is going to keep it from being ruined like these grills are. And that should help with our food backlog. And now Seraphina has food. Good. Hungry pen animals. That's because these doors aren't open. An entirely fixable problem. So we have hay stored in essentially closets so that during grazing seasons, the oh, you lost a tail to frostbite. Oh, I see. So they don't eat the harvested hay year-round, but there we go. JD is not looking so good for you. Elba. You try to tend. Nope, never mind. JD the duck has passed. You are now duck food. I think that was our only Drake. I will go so far as to say I haven't really been using the eggs all that effectively. So even though that may have been our only Drake, like, oh well. We're moving on to pork, it seems. Yeah, this cold snap. And I think it's reasonable that a cold snap would claim some animals. Like, that's... lore... appropriate. I'll try to limit the damage, though. Just because it should happen doesn't mean it needs to happen more. So my builders have really not been building. What is going on? We have lots of granite chunks, but no one cutting it. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Oh, there's no gate guard. That's inconvenient. Pig's got it. Alright, looks to me like some of the food bottleneck backlogs have been resolved. We have lots of grills now. I'll keep hunting. Our miners will be done mining that uranium, and then it's up to our constructors to finish off the barn, which shouldn't take too long. And we're cutting granite. Good. So I haven't forgotten, Scipia needs a tailor bench here for the carpet, the rugs. So we'll get that set up so that she can continue to offer her tailoring services to the senators. And now with these little campfires, it's not warm in the barn, but it is warmer than ambient. Ambient is like -16 Celsius, and in the barn it's like -10. So the barns are cold as hell, but not so cold as the animals will die, I think. And that is an important difference. Bowen with a creativity. That's odd. You have a construction of 0 and a art. Oh, it's because of your crafting. So if you're wondering, those inspirations, they require you to have a skill of at least 3. And he has like no construction and no art. Oh, Doris managed a good bed. That's nice. Do I need to roof the geysers to take advantage of the temperature? I do. You're right. I was wondering why it was not as warm as I thought it should have been. And yeah, a roof was the problem. Bebo's not exactly a constructor, but there we go. Now it should be a lot warmer. Perfect. I think the gods were just trying to burn up the corpses, but I put them in the pond, so they're kind of burn-proof. I hope it doesn't upset them. Okay, it's actually quite warm in the barns now, so no problem there. Are those enemies in the base? No, they're guests that have the same color as enemy factions, which is just super unfortunate coloring. But they're leaving now. Wait, what the hell are you doing here? Animals, clear all. No, the horses don't belong in here. I think the granite pen marker just got made, and it, for whatever reason, pushed all the horses into the new pen. I don't know why. Hey, Do Village, thank you for the resub. This should probably not be... maybe a granite door is fine. I think once we have a new set of external walls, I can have the internal between the inner city and the middle city. Those doors be like held open or made of wood or something. Less durable, less rugged. Doris, please, just build this already. Thank you, sir. So, I think the pig pen is all set to go. Animals. We are going to have all of the boar here. And truth be told, really any breeding can be done in here, I would say. Like any animal that we want to just breed for meat can be thrown in there. It doesn't actually just have to be boar. But for now, I'll keep it boar, and then we might expand it to like rams and donkeys, you know, like we'll see. It really depends on whether the boar breed fast enough or not. All right, cold snap is over. It's good. We are finally building the graves for the 2 fallen. That took a while. Scala's still working on the next senator's quarters. We also, it just occurred to me, do not have the double strand for the additional flooring. Yeah, or not flooring. Well, for the carpet or the armchairs. You know, there's a lot of double strand that we're missing if we're bringing on a new senator. So I might need to wait on that, or to offer them up like a conciliatory like carpet made of cotton. Maybe what we'll do is we'll do a large rug made by Scipia, made of cloth for now. And then subsequently, once I get the double strand, replace it. It's a shame it's substandard, but you know. No, I'm gonna say I'm gonna hold off. Yeah, this will be double strand only. Substandard, I don't think will satisfy the. And you made it anyway. Okay, great. Substandard won't satisfy the senators in the appropriate way, so we'll just have to circle back to that. Maybe some heating in the boar pen? Boars are more temperature tolerant, negative 23 Celsius, than other critters. So I really don't think I have to worry about them. They shouldn't freeze in the same way that other critters do. Like ducks, for instance, go down to negative 10. So there's a lot more wiggle room for boars. It would have to be middle of the winter cold snap. And if that's the case, I'm going to be setting up campfires. So it's probably moot. So the senators have their desserts, have their grills. I think we're done with the boar pen. So let's see. I'm going to put up a poll about what to work on next, and that's totally not in the right spot. So what do you guys think? We have got a bunch of different options. Influence a new senator, improve the guest quarters, improve the crafting district, improve the citizen domuses, yet again, improve the defenses, build a guest sauna, a sauna near the guest quarters, build slave dining so they don't have to dine with us, beautificate, you know, the city by adding beautiful things, or viewer suggestions. I think what I'm going to do is... Oh. Let's fix the meals, first and foremost. The low meals policy that we've got here. I'm going to allow them to eat ruined fine grills. Oh, they already do. They're just choosing not to. That's... okay. Because otherwise, it's just like food that sits on the shelves that nobody eats, especially in the winter when it doesn't decay. It's fine. So we're not low on corn. I'll continue hunting for meat. Our general stockpiles aren't like ridiculously full like they used to be. Although we are getting a lot of flour. Where is my prep flour? Oh, that's just harvesting here. Okay, flour should be included in here. And not here. The same is true of the corn. I think it's fine for flour to actually be in here if our pantry is truly overflowed, but that's just not the case. So kibble and pemmican belong in here, but not stuff like flour. Can everyone stop going into Zilla's bedroom? Like, what the hell? I see you all. Trespassing. Oh, nice. Scala finished the door. So now it's just some flooring and moving the furniture. We're still waiting, of course, on Devil Strand. But that will come in due time. So how many boars do I actually have? 7? And all but one is female? Okay. Is my W key working? It is. For now. Now that we have these built, setting up corpses for strangers so that we can bury these two. So Darius, you'll get one. And then Scipio will get the other as soon as this one is built. So that about ties up all the loose ends, and it looks like you guys want me to improve defenses. Alright, so I did talk about the outer city walls. The thing about the outer city walls is they are going to be remarkably more expensive than the other walls that we've built in the past, because they are going to be the castle walls, which are many times the cost. So regular wall is 5 and the castle walls are 20. And I think what I want to do is not to build it all the way up to the edge of the buildable zone, but build it close. Build it something like this, where we have an entryway around here, and then the walls that go around. And as I increase the population within our colony, we can have at least an eastern gate and a southern gate. And having 2 gates for everything except for sappers will come with a lot of benefits, being able to sort of lure the enemies to a specific gate. But that is a big project. So, I suppose we ought to get started on it. So is this overhead mountain? Not as far as I know. So I think what I want to do is to mine back the marble a bit to figure out how much... Because we have a main road. Let me try to paint the main road. We have the main road into the base here. And if I'm going to have a big gate here, obviously I need to know if there's mountain in there or not. Oh, 2 books. A cooking book and a holograms. A holograms book. Ah, so a book about hallucinations. Lovely. Yeah, the problem with my W key, I think, is just a switch that is dying on my keyboard. So I ordered replacement switches to be able to switch the switches. But they're going to be a minute. They're not going to show up immediately. So, senators, do you have your... Oh yeah, the senators have the grills. Okay, so I think things are getting managed well. In fact, they even have their backup grills. Good. Good, good, good. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Lycan Legion, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 10th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow legionaries.